You need Live Right Credit, help to raise your credit score. You need Live Right Credit, this is what you're looking for.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Deja and I am the owner of Live Right Credit. I am super excited to be doing this video because it is a well sought after topic and everybody wants these tips. So before we get started, I was trying to figure out a name that I could call you guys. I think I'm going to call you the Good Credit Gang. I don't know if anyone on YouTube has that yet, but for now we're going to stick with the GCG. So welcome back. If you have not subscribed yet, if you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. You're going to love it here. And then if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment about your favorite part, something you may be struggling with, a question that you have, so I can answer it in my next few videos. Okay, let's go ahead and jump in. I have 5 tips for you to go ahead and build your credit score by yourself without paying anyone to help you and with very little research. So, boom. My first tip is my favorite tip. It gives you free points and free history, right? So the first tip is being an authorized user. What this means is that you are becoming an authorized profile on someone else's account. Someone who has age on their profile, meaning it's an older account, someone who has great payment history, someone who has it still active. So you commonly see this with family members, right? You may have an uncle, a cousin, a sister, a parent who has great credit and has older accounts that you can kind of piggyback off of, right? So you would want to ask them, hey, can I become an authorized user on your card? Or one statement you do want to let them know is, I don't need the card. I don't need any of the information. I just want to be able to use your history on my credit report. What this will do is give you age to your profile. No matter how old your credit score is, especially if you're a newer builder, especially if your credit score or profile is only 1 to 2 years old, this will help you tremendously. It'll give you age. It'll give you balance, it'll give you history, it'll give you everything that you need to increase your credit scores. It should be a nice boost. Authorized user accounts stay on your profile even after they've been closed. So even if this person closes their credit card or their loan or anything, you still get to keep all of that good history on your report. Make sure that the person you choose to become an authorized user of their account has and will continue to have great credit history. Otherwise, if they start to miss payments, if they stop paying at all, then your credit score will go down too. So typically it may be a grandmother or someone older that's established with their bills and they do not intend to wreck their credit. Tip 2. My second tip to you is if you have your own credit card, this is super important because it deals with utilization. Utilization is the amount that you're using compared to the amount that you actually have available. So the rule of thumb is you want to be using 30% or less of your credit limit. I typically sometimes tell people even 25% is perfect. What this will do is show lenders that you aren't desperate for credit, you aren't living off of it, and that you're not overspending, that you're a responsible user. Since utilization is 30% of your overall score, doing this will help to drive your scores in a positive direction, right? So you want to make sure that if you have a limit of $300, that you're only technically spending about $75. Watch out for purchases. Watch out for purchases. You want to be mindful of how much you have left, how much whatever you're buying costs, and where it will take your balance. These 3 steps will help you to manage your utilization. Tip number 3, being careful with what you apply for. So I noticed that people's credit score tend to get drained when they start applying for all kind of stuff. As soon as they think their credit score is going up, they go apply for a store card, they go apply for 30 cars, they go apply for a rocket, the moon, pretty much everything that they want, right? Protect your credit score, your credit report, your social with your life. This means being very selective as to when you apply for things and what you're applying for and how frequently you're applying for things. You may not need the item that you're applying for. Don't rack up the hard inquiries if you don't need to. A hard inquiry is when they will pull your credit profile to determine your worthiness of purchasing the product that you want. This may also be prompted to give you a discount. So a lot of times when you go into a store, the representative will say, hey, we'll offer you 30% off of your purchase if we can run your credit. You do not need to do this. Instant gratification is the #1 killer of a credit report. So be careful, be aware. A hard inquiry can drop your score slightly. However, an influx of them, a lot of them at one time, can be detrimental. So watch out for that. The trick here is to only apply for things that you are pre-approved for or opted in to be pre-approved for. This means they may have already checked your credit score and may not need to do another hard inquiry. If you can limit the amount of times that you're applying for something and it being a hard inquiry, this will definitely help you. Pre-approved offers are the way to go. So if you've received something pre-approved in the mail and you actually do want it or need it, then that will be a good offer to apply for. Tip 4 is adding positive accounts. If you do not have enough positive to balance out the negative until you remove it, then you may need to start adding some positive credit building accounts. One common one that has everyone going crazy is Self. Self Lender is a savings and credit building loan all together. What they have you to do is pay a certain amount into a CD or a savings account, and at the end they release that money to you. Once you have established that savings account and those payments, they report all of that history to your credit report. So not only are you saving money in the long run, but they're also helping you with your credit by showing them, hey, this person is making these payments on time. Another great option is Credit Strong. It's very similar to Self Lender if you did not want to go through Self Lender or if you have them already. Tip 5 is highly overlooked and may be easier than you think. Tip 5 is to make sure that you're just paying your bills on time. Paying your bills on time, payment history is 35% of your score. It literally drives your credit score and the history and your profile in itself. It's very, very important to pay your bills on time. Not only pay them on time, but pay things off. If you have accounts that you've been paying on for 18 months to 2 years, after that 2-year mark, start to pay those things down as much as possible. A lot of this have to do with budgeting. People start to accrue all of these bills because at the time they think that they can pay for them. However, on a monthly basis, you need to know how much money is coming in and how much money is going out. This also results in late payments because many people do not have their budget together. Late payments are detrimental to a credit score and the health of your profile. Lenders look to see if they want to loan you money, if you're capable of paying it back, and how long it takes you to pay it back. So this is super, super important that you avoid late payments at all costs. And if you happen to run into an issue where late payment may be the outcome, you may want to reach out to a creditor and let them know, hey, I'm going through a tough time right now. The next step is to reach out if you have missed a late payment already. If it's just 1 or 2 or maybe even 3, you may be able to reason with that creditor by sending them a nice letter, letting them know how much you enjoy their service, how much it is really beneficial to you, and how much that late payment is hurting you. Let them know your goal, how long you have before you want to complete the goal. Ask them, pretty please, will you remove this late payment? I've seen it work wonders. I use it for my clients. This method or this tactic is really personable. And a lot of these creditors or people who are opening the mail for them have a heart. So use that tip. I hope that this video was beneficial for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me and learning about my 5 tips. Again, if you're new here, if you haven't done it yet, What are you waiting on? Go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and thumbs up this video if you like it. I am pretty active in these comments, so leave me a comment below and let's talk about it. Thank you again for watching. See you next time.
Or a house, time to get you peace of mind. Credit repair, top of the line. This is where it goes down. Hey, don't delay.